You are standing on yellow footprints painted on a hot asphalt at a place called Fort Jackson. The bus that brought you here pulls away without looking back. It is 4:12 a.m. The air smells like diesel and cut grass. A man in a round brown hat steps onto the pavement and begins shouting before his boots fully touch the ground. You do not understand every word. You understand the tone. You have 10 seconds to get off the bus. You have 9 left. You arrived yesterday as a civilian. You had a phone in your pocket, a name on social media, a bedroom with posters still on the wall. You signed a contract in a small office under fluorescent lights because you wanted something more than a job that felt temporary. The recruiter told you about education benefits and steady pay. He did not tell you about the moment your last name stops belonging to you and becomes a sound someone else uses to measure your speed. About the moment your hours are dictated by formations and drills and the collective will of hundreds of strangers. About the days you will forget what time is because the schedule has no mercy. You did not know that stepping forward at 4:12 a.m. would change everything you knew about yourself. Level 1, the private. Your head is shaved. Your duffel bag weighs 70 pounds. You learn that time is not measured in minutes, but in how long it takes to lace boots, to make a bed tight enough to bounce a coin, to run 2 miles without thinking about quitting. You wake at 4:30 a.m. You move in formation. You eat in 7 minutes. You speak when spoken to. You fire your first rifle at a range where the targets rise and fall like mechanical doubts. The first time you hit center mass, the drill sergeant does not congratulate you. He nods once. That nod feels like oxygen. You earn just over $25,000 a year before allowances. You send a photo home in uniform. Your parents say they are proud. You feel proud too, but pride is quiet here. Discipline is loud. You learn to clean a weapon until it reflects your face. You learn that your platoon's mistakes are your mistakes. When one person is late, everyone runs. When one locker fails inspection, every locker is emptied onto the floor. You begin to understand the math of shared consequence. Your body aches. Your mind stretches. Every small task feels monumental, and every minor success is a lifeline. Level 2, the specialist. You arrive at your first unit at Fort Campbell. You have a patch on your shoulder now. You have a room in the barracks and a key that is yours alone. You are no longer the newest person, but you are still being watched. You are trusted with equipment that costs more than the house you grew up in. You maintain it. You sign for it. If it disappears, so does your career. Every piece of gear carries accountability. Every decision, subtle or large, is observed. You train in the field for weeks at a time. You sleep under a sky that does not care about your rank. You learn the sound of distant artillery during a joint exercise and the way your heart settles when the radio crackles with your call sign. You deploy for the first time. The flight is long. The desert air hits your lungs like an oven door opening. You conduct patrols through villages where children wave and older men do not. You scan rooftops. You scan windows. You scan faces. You are a moving observer, a silent presence that may never be acknowledged. You earn around $35,000 a year base pay now, plus housing and food allowances. Your bank account is stable for the first time in your life. Your relationships are not. You miss birthdays. You miss weddings. When people back home ask what it is like, you say it is fine. Fine is easier than explaining the weight of body armor at 120 degrees or the silence after a convoy rolls through and nothing happens, which is the best possible outcome. The language of survival is not one spoken outside this environment. You understand that and keep it to yourself. Level 3, the sergeant. They pin stripes on your chest. You stand a little straighter because you know someone is standing behind you, watching how you stand. You are responsible for 4 soldiers. Then 8. Their mistakes are now your paperwork. Their success is your quiet satisfaction. You counsel them when they are late on rent. You correct them when they are late to formation. You write evaluations that will follow them for years. Your sleep is measured in fractions, your patience stretched. Every small choice carries real consequences for those who depend on you. You begin to feel the weight of authority. It is heavier than your duffel bag ever was. You return to the field, but this time you are not just executing orders. You are interpreting them. A lieutenant briefs the plan. You turn it into action. You check weapons. You check water. You check morale. In the middle of a training exercise at National Training Center, a simulated casualty goes down and you coordinate the evacuation. It is not real. Your pulse is real. You learn the difference between simulation and reality. One day, they may converge. You earn close to $50,000 base pay now with time in service. You have a small apartment off post. You think about re-enlisting. You think about leaving. Your soldiers ask you for advice about both. You realize they are studying your choices to decide their own. Leadership is not loud. It is consistent. It is being the first one awake and the last one asleep during a 72-hour operation because someone has to. Discipline is contagious. Authority is respected. Trust is earned slowly and spent carefully. Level 4, the lieutenant. You commission through ROTC or officer candidate school. You trade stripes for bars. The first time you salute someone and they return it because of the medal on your chest, it feels heavier than it looks. You are placed in charge of 40 soldiers and several $1 million worth of equipment. Most of them have more experience than you. Your platoon sergeant has 12 years in uniform and watches you with an expression that says he will let you lead, but not fail. You plan missions now. You brief routes on digital maps.